Yo, what is up, Googlers and YouTubers? It's your boy Henry, and I'm back at it again with another review. Can't leave another review for you guys, but before I jump to the review, if you'll take one quick second of your good time to press the subscription button. By you pressing the subscribe button, what happens is I'm going to drop another review. Now, before we get to let's go ahead and jump into the review, The Blank Check. Okay, The Blank Check, man. A lot of people don't know this, but actually this movie was shot in my hometown, San Antonio. Shout out to San Antonio, Texas. Love you guys. And let's jump to the review. Back to the review. Okay, so the robber hit a kid on a bike, and this is where it gets really interesting. So this guy had hit the guy who's scamming, who's doing all of this fraud, right? Who's doing all of this bank fraud thing or whatever, switching money over to banks and shit, whatever. He hit a kid on a bicycle, and what happens is he kind of freaked out because he was in the middle of doing a business deal, and he had to get out of there real quick. You know what I mean? So he didn't have time for the whole scene of, you know, police come in, exchange information, checking if he's okay, getting him to a hospital, blah blah blah. So the guy just literally said, "Hey, let me pay for your bike. Here's a check," and he wrote him a check. But he forgot to fucking put the number on the check. This is where it gets so interesting. So the kid, being smart as shit, takes a check to his fucking computer, his dad's computer, puts it inside of the computer, and then goes ahead and looks at it, and then decides to fucking put a number on it. You know what I'm saying? And he puts the number of, I think it was $1 million, right? Or $10 million or $100 million. It was something like that, crazy, like $1 million or something like that, right? So, because remember, he still had to take it out of the bank, right? So he put all that money into the check, and then took the check to the bank to go cash it. Now, what's crazy is the people at the bank, or the banker, excuse me, I should say the banker, already was waiting for this guy to come cash that check. So they were doing a lot of backdoor dealing that you're not supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Financial backdoor dealing. I don't know shit about this kind of world, so I'm not even going to talk like I do. You know what I'm saying? But they were pretty much doing shit they weren't supposed to be doing. So when the kid shows up, he's like, genius, genius. You know what I mean? It's such a great movie, man. You know what I mean? And it's so awesome because this fucking kid buys everything that every kid ever wanted. You know, the best video games, all the ice cream. He was with an older chick. And this movie actually doesn't age well. This is actually one of those movies that didn't age well. You know, I got to give a big shout out to Disney. I think it's Disney. Is it Disney? I'm pretty sure I saw it on Disney. This movie didn't age well because of the older woman thing, which I understand. You know what I mean? I really do. As an adult, I absolutely understand now. You know, back then I would have fought you on and be like, nah, he's straight. You know, he's loving it. He's having a great time. But that's not the point. Point is, it's not appropriate. So with that being said, I just, you know, the movie was awesome, man. It was definitely ahead of its time, and it was a great movie at its time, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it what it deserves, because I felt that these movies, like I said, this is one of those movies where the story and the writing is actually told perfect. You know what I mean? And it is on a big budget movie. You know, you saw all the gifts, and you see all the toys, and you see, you know what I mean? You see everything that he purchased. You know, him portraying himself as Macintosh was always sweet to me. You know what I mean? Always cool, in other words, right? So that was pretty cool. You know, him portraying himself as Macintosh was pretty cool. And what else? That's it, guys. I think that's it. I think I'm done with the review. So what do I have it rated? I'm obviously gonna have it rated 5 stars because, like I said, I thought it was a great movie for its time at the time. Don't forget to press the Google like, follow, subscribe button. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.